Hey again, guys. So I got to work out again in the last few days. Man, after 2 months off, it feels so good to work out again. I have some exceptional cards to show you today. So let's just delve into it. First, this is a very rare card. This is from the 1926 Spalding set, and it's Joe Sewell, but it's an autographed card. Now this Spalding set was virtually unknown of until there was a big find in 1990 and another big find in 1996. Both of those finds were pretty high grade. So this is an autographed version of this card. There's only ever been 15 graded by PSA. It's unknown if there's another autographed card. This could be the only one. And chances are he signed this before the big finds because he died in March of 1990. So he probably died before they found that first stash of these. Very rare card. Maybe a one of one. Now, Joe Sewell is the hardest guy to strike out in baseball history, or one of them. The other being Willie Keeler. Joe DiMaggio was tough. And Stuffy McGinnis. He was another tough one to strike out. But he holds a single season record for fewest strikeouts in a season. Only struck out 3 times. He did that one other season, too, where he only struck out 3 times. 2 seasons, he only struck out 4 times. There was a season where he struck out 6, 7, 8. This guy, just his entire career. He also holds the record for the most consecutive games without a strikeout, with 115. So Joe Sewell, if you don't know of him, he's a Hall of Famer. And, man, a tough guy to strike out. And this is just an exceptional card. Now we have a Clyde Barnhart. Clyde Barnhart has very few cards. Just go try to find one of his cards. If you do, they're usually all smashed to pieces. Very difficult to find his card. Now, he was a starting third baseman for the Pirates, and he was on that 25 World Series team. There was a young player named Pie Traynor, who was obviously a Hall of Fame third baseman, but when he was playing, Pie Traynor actually came up and played second base on that team, and he was at third base. Now, he holds a record, too. He had a hit in 3 games in 1 day. They played a rare triple header. That is a record that will probably never be broken, and his record will probably never be broken either. 3 strikeouts in a whole season. Not the way these guys swing for the fences. Anyway. And then we have a 1933 Goudy. Goose Gosselin. One of my favorite cards from that set. One of my favorite cards all time. He was a great player too. And we have this minor league card of Bo Jackson. Probably the greatest all-around athlete ever. This old basketball card. He was a good player. He had a productive career, although it was brief. And I have this great blanket. You know, I showed you these blankets before, these 1914 felts. And this is Babe Adams. A really good pitcher for the Pirates. And I got this starting lineup of one of the greatest soccer players ever. Guess he was probably the biggest after Pele. And there are 2 versions of this. One is the United States version, and the other is the Italian version. And I wanted the Italian version. But it's a really cool starting lineup. This is one of the early ones. And from his, I guess this could be a rookie card, Lou Hudson. This is the only one of these I own. They're kind of interesting cards. And how cool is this? In 2001, Ichiro Suzuki's rookie season, Seattle, you know, what'd they do? They tied the most wins by a team. I think they tied the 1908 Chicago Cubs, if I'm not mistaken. Although the Chicago Cubs played, I believe, 2 or 3 less games. But this is an uncut sheet of Keebler cards that features Ichiro's rookie card on there. If you want to call it that, since it's a Keebler card. But it's a whole uncut sheet of the whole team. You can see the Keebler emblem back there. I don't think there's too many of these around. And a lot of people aren't familiar with that Ichiro card either. Then, I picked up a really difficult Hostess card. Some Hostess cards are everywhere. And others, for unknown reasons, are really hard to find. And really, really hard to find in top condition. This is Louie Tiant. And an uncut sheet. In this same set, the Bob Gibson is really tough. Now, what's interesting about this, in addition to the rare Louie Tiant, and by the way, it's a Gem 10, is that they list Jim Sundberg as Mike Sundberg on the front, but they get his name right on the back. Didn't even know that when I picked this up. Discovered it after the fact. But you get one of the toughest cards in this set. In full panel, Gem 10. Then we have this 71 Thurman Munson. Of course, for most people, that's their favorite Munson card. But this one is the O-Pee-Chee version. Has a totally different back. I love the 71 O-Pee-Chee for that reason. And then we have an autograph of Bobby Bell. 72 tops. George Sternweiss exhibit card. He's another one that had a good but shorter career. Got this leaders card. Another Lou Hudson here. And how great is this Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? And how great is this Jerry West? And we're going to finish off with two more Hostess. Another 75, Rusty Staub. And a 76. Trying to complete this set. Bert Blyleven. So that's what I have for you today. Thanks for watching.